Welcome to the Real South Africa. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. So much free content. All right, guys, I have Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism with me.
And I'm always with you.
I know, right? And we're actually on the weekend and, after the new year. And we had so many people here in country.
We did.
How many people do you think we had?
The last count was 64.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And they wasn't all in one group. They was all over the country, right?
No, we had people in Johannesburg, Durban, and Cape Town, and several people that visited all three provinces during their time here.
Okay. Now people think it's just me and you who are doing these things. We just happen to own the company.
Yes.
And we organize stuff,
yes.
But at the same time, there's a lot of people who are involved in what we do. We have a lot of organizations that work with us.
Yes. And those teams that we work with allow us to provide certain things to you.
Yeah.
And what I like about what we're able to provide, so these are some of the things that you get when you travel with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. So it starts from the very first time you book. You're going to get acknowledgement letting you know that we are happy that you have chosen the Real South Africa to do your first experience here in South Africa. The next thing you're going to get is information regarding what to expect, what not to do, things to prepare you for your trip here in South Africa. So we do stay in communication with you once you've booked, just kind of preparing you for your trip, because those things matter. If it's your first time out of the country, if it's your first time traveling to Africa, it's your first time traveling with us, our job is to make sure that you are very well prepared for your time here in country. So once you've done all the preliminary work, it's time for you.
But let me ask you this.
Okay, let me ask me.
Let me ask you this. Now, a lot of people that come, it's their first time activating their passports.
Yes.
And using their passports.
Yes.
And coming to Africa. Because they always say because we talk to them on the phone, I want to come to Africa, but they don't know how. And I think at the end of the day, we ultimately just make it easy for them.
No, and we make it easy for them because we understand that it is your first time traveling to Africa. And sometimes what we found more often than not is that it's your first stamp in your passport to come to South Africa. So we don't take that responsibility lightly. We understand that it's a big deal to get that first stamp on the passport. I remember my first stamp, and guess where it was? Here in South Africa.
Yes, because when we met, she didn't have a passport.
Hey,
don't just tell them the truth. They just didn't. So I said, hey, if you're going to be rolling with me, we got to get this passport.
Yes, you did.
And we got this passport, and then ultimately, a long time ago, we started coming to Africa, or coming to South Africa, and you was like, hey, I got my passport.
You did.
Okay.
It was one of those things where, when we were dating, that was one of the first things you asked me, do you have a passport? And I was like, no. And you said, we got to get a passport. And I remember you making sure I had a passport. I don't remember.
I did the paperwork.
I think you did everything. You told me to go take the picture one day after work, and I did that. And when it came, I was like, I'm never going to use this. Like, why do I need a passport? And then, not too many years later, here we are in South Africa, and I needed a passport to get here. So it worked out great.
So people need to get their passports.
So yes, get your
passport.
Blue passport.
Yeah, it take a little bit of time.
Passport that you can get.
Yeah, go ahead and get that powerful document. So what are people, like, some of the questions, because, people do have questions, obviously before they come. What are their concerns?
Let's see. The number one concern is, it sounds cliche now when I say it, because it's such a thing that really should not be a thing right now, and that is their safety.
Sure.
As a tourism and travel company owner, what we're not going to do is have you in some seedy place. We don't go to seedy places.
As you see where we are. Matter of fact, let me show them where we are right now.
Yeah.
So we happen to be at this particular restaurant, and it was just time to eat. So we pull into these nice places, And then, of course, this
There's
is
a
our
view.
view. Right now, we're in Durban. And as you see, that's the Indian Ocean out there. A lot of you guys never see that. And then this is where we are. So the sun's about to go down. So we're going to have a drink. Maybe we can grab some food and watch the sun go down from this position. So with that being said, we don't put you in seedy places.
No. So what we try to understand is that you don't travel that far to go to some place that's not nice.
Yeah.
You don't travel 9,000 miles to go to some place that's seedy or some place that's not, what's the word I'm looking for?
Seedy. As we say in South Africa, it's not dodge.
It's not dodgy.
Yeah.
So we try to keep those things in mind. And the other question I get all the time, some of the concerns is like, what about traveling by myself?
Yes.
You know, here's the
but why do people end up traveling by themselves?
because no one comes with them. They can't get a lot of
Yeah.
people. So they start up with these great intentions, which I absolutely love. They're like, oh, I'm going to get a group of friends together and we're all going to come together. And they're the ones spearheading this group, and they are doing all the legwork. They're talking to me on the phone. They're getting all the information.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to commit, their friends don't commit and they end up coming alone. And you know what? Coming alone sometimes, they've said, is the best decision
That they made.
that they've ever made. And it's because you're still going to get personalized attention. You're still going to get a driver at the airport waiting for you with your name on it. It may say the Real South Africa, but it's going to have your name on it as well, letting you know that we are right there, ready for you to get taken to your luxury accommodations, which we handpicked. We've vetted. We know exactly what you're going to get. We do this based on the type of experience you've talked to us about and what you're trying to get. So we do all that for you. It really is a situation that makes you feel comfortable from the start. And then, of course, you know, breakfast every day. And breakfast in South Africa is not some continental, you know,
a
breakfast
biscuit
that
with a
you
little
get.
sausage.
It's literally an array of choices. If they haven't handmade the breakfast for you, what you're going to have options to do is get made to order options. And they have the best chefs in the world here in South Africa. So you're going to eat very, very well. So breakfast daily is included. The other thing we provide for you is expert guides, expert drivers. These drivers and guides know South Africa. So if you are traveling by yourself, know that you have a person that is going to be well versed in South Africa.
Or if you travel in a group, it doesn't really matter.
No. I'm just saying we're talking about the people that are asking questions about traveling alone. So you're going to have that one-on-one attention. And like he just mentioned, even if you're in a group, it doesn't matter how big your group is, you're going to have that same personalized attention, because that's the thing. That's the key. Having that personalized attention to know that someone went before you and did all the legwork. Some of the other things I think that matter when providing services here in South Africa is because we live here. When you book with other, you know, companies or other agents,
like Priceline, sometimes you go on all these different booking websites and you book it. They're not with you when you are here to make sure everything is in order. And keep in mind, sometimes, a lot of times, things are just wrong
when you book with those other third-party search engines.
And there's nobody you can call.
No.
Especially if it's, you know, during the day here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning
on the East Coast. So what do you do?
Or later, some places, other places. So, you know, that's another benefit to using the Real South Africa, that we are in country. So being in the same time zone matters. When things do arise, which they very rarely do, but just think about it. Say you get someplace, you booked with Priceline or you booked with some other third-party engine, and you get there and your hotel room is not right. But where you have booked, it's on the East Coast, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's 9 a.m. here and you're trying to get your stuff sorted. What are you going to do? You're going to have to make your own provision.
And that happens. I've seen that. I've seen people that say, hey, because they've gotten here and they're like, after things were totally foobar, which they think they had it together, which they technically they did, but you know, there's a lot of failures in the gap, and then they call us and say, hey, we got problems. Is there any way that you can assist? You know, And I'm like, you've already went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
You're going to have to dig yourself out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a lot of them say, we wish we just would have just booked with you guys.
100%.
Because
100%.
you guys are, everything is in order, no matter where we are in the country.
And that matters, you know, when we talk about things being in order. If there is a situation, I'm able to make a phone call. I'm able to shoot a text. I'm able to shoot an email.
Because
I've got direct contact
we have sources
with general managers and people that run these properties and own these properties. So these are the things that we're able to provide that you can't really get from a third party. So just take advantage of the fact that we are here on ground and we leverage those relationships to your advantage.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, because we both know that some people call and they are just like, I want to come, but I'm afraid, or this person wants me to go with them. I really don't want to go. We get some pushback, and the same, laugh that you're having. We're actually doing that on the other side of the phone because we're like, that's going to be the person that comes here and crying at the airport when it's time to leave. They're not going to want to leave. They're going to want to try to extend their trip. They're going to want to stay. They're going to want to try to book another trip before they leave. They're going to be trying to do the most because they were so against coming to Africa in general, and to include South Africa. And then they find out, holy crap, it's not what I thought.
No, those are the best ones.
Yeah, it's just,
and those are the best ones because I feel like we make believers out of them.
Yeah.
And we make believers out of those because South Africa sells itself. Once you get here and you meet the people and you experience the culture and you eat the food and you coalesce with the majority, it's a no-brainer to be like, this is what I've been waiting on forever. And then when it's time to leave, those tears do flow. I'll be honest, sometimes you think that they're sad to leave because they're leaving you, but it has nothing to do with you. It has it's not even about us. It's about how beautiful South Africa is and how wonderful this place makes you feel, that you want that feeling all the time. And when you know that when you get back you're not gonna have it, that's where the sadness comes in. It's that you're not going to be able to recreate that feeling once you get back to where you came from.
Exactly. So we set our company up to give people the opportunity to come here and come here properly. That's why we set our company up, and that's why we operate the way we operate. And those that fall, I'm going to use the term, fall between the guidelines, meaning that they say, you know what, I want to come. They book their trip on our website. They put down their deposit. They make their payments, throughout the year or however long it takes for them to get it done. They're picking their own arrival dates to South Africa. They're picking their own dates. They're actually booking their own flights. Because sometimes you can get a better deal. So we don't try to get you in the flight department, so to speak. And then at the end of the day, they get here and they're like, you know what? Now what normally happens? They get here because we all have traveled before outside of the U.S. or inside the U.S. So we don't expect much in the way of where they're going to stay. But a lot of times they get 5-star lodging.
100%.
And they're shocked.
100%.
How many times have they reached out to you and said, thank you, this room is amazing?
I get those messages all the time. I mean, messages come as soon as they get to the hotel. I'm like, hey, are you settled in? How are things going? The trip managers are checking in, making sure that they're good to go. And you'll see the messages come through and they're like, oh, this room is everything. Oh, this room is beautiful. I wasn't expecting this. Thank you so much for taking care of us. And those are the things that you want to hear, and you've put the work in. So it makes you feel good when someone says thank you.
They do it all the time.
For making sure I'm taking care of them. I mean, people bring their families. And I'm sorry, the few things that you worry about is going to be your wife and your kids. And if you can put a man's wife in a situation that makes her feel good, trust me, that makes him look like a king. That makes him feel amazing. And if I can help in that category, then that's what I'm going to do. If you can make a man feel like he ain't got to worry about his kids and where they're sleeping and if they're going to be safe, and I get an opportunity to do that, then he looks like the man. And if I can assist in that, again, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I take all those things into consideration, understanding that you're responsible for things, and I'm going to make sure that you're squared away.
Yeah, because I think people, especially our people, are not used to this level of service. They're just not used to it. And they don't really expect it. And when they see it, they have some levels of skepticism.
They do.
Until they get here and they're like, wait a minute. I got to come downstairs at 10 o'clock and there's a whole vehicle waiting just for me and my guide. Nobody else in the vehicle. I'm not joining a group of people. No. When it's time to go to dinner, I don't have to get in a group of people that I don't know. It's private.
Yes.
When it's time to go on a game drive or go on a safari drive, I have my own.
Yes.
You're not in the group, because it's private.
100%.
So and that's where we claim our 4 and 5 star status, because we make sure that you do it at a level to where those other people wish they could do it on that level.
1,000%. I mean, part of the luxury of what we provide, because it is a luxury. It's a luxury, number one, to have us here on ground with you in case something pops off, and in general, and number two, to understand that everything is private for you. We've laid the groundwork. We've made all the provisions to make sure that you have that attention, that you have that time, because most of you are used to sharing. Which is why you want to come in groups and you want to experience things with other people. But sometimes it is okay to spend a few dollars and take care of yourself, and we help you do that. So when you go on a safari drive and it's just you and the guide keeps you out a little bit longer so you can go see what else you can see, those things matter, because someone is catering to you and making sure your experience is the best. And those are the things that we really work hard to provide.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say that we're very proud of what we actually do here at the Real South Africa. We're extremely proud. And hold on for a second, y'all. Let me show you as the sun is going down. We still got a little bit of time, but we're just anticipating it. And we're going to order us a little something. And then we're going to finish up this conversation really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we've been doing this for a while. And honestly, we haven't seen anybody that does it to this level.
No. And we do our very, very best to make sure that we, set our bar for ourselves even higher. We always try to exceed our own expectations and exceed what we did before. So we're always climbing and understanding that our competition is us. And if you understand how that works, think about the people that own Porsche. They don't compete with anybody else. They know that their competition was the model and make of the car they made the year before. And that's kind of how we see ourselves, as the people that are doing it the best, and we're going to just try and outdo ourselves every year. And that works to your benefit, because you get a product that has been refined and tailored and vetted 100% and 110% for you to experience the best thing when it comes to South Africa.
Okay, guys, but you guys have heard it. We have a website, therealsouthafrica.com. Go to that website. If you can't navigate it for some odd reason, or if you have questions, you can always reach out. You either get myself or Tasha, because we really want you guys to understand what you're getting, and then, of course, be one of the many people who have come here and said, thank you. There's left gifts and said, we've never experienced this before. This is amazing. And we'll be back. So we will see you guys in sunny South Africa.
I want to give a shout out to the Real South Africa, therealsouthafrica.com, and the Real South Africa on YouTube, Facebook, and any other platforms out there. Mark and Dr. Latasha Blanton, as always, they do a great tour and service, for the people. They do it top notch, 5-star, and they set the bar pretty high. And the bad part about setting the bar pretty high is that if you don't kind of match what they're doing, I can't be moving with you too much. Sorry, when somebody put the bar that high. So, I definitely want to give them, props, for.
All right, guys, wait a minute. We got this couple here. Where y'all from again?
D.C.
Washington.
Washington, D.C. Tell them what happened here in South Africa.
This was the most amazing vacation that I have ever had. They, Mark and Latasha, took care of all the details. All we had to do was sit back and relax and enjoy.
It should be.
I mean to tell you, this was amazing. They took us to see the most affluent people to the, people in poverty. But
The up and coming people.
the up and coming people. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I definitely have to come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have a decent introduction to South Africa. Proper introduction.
That's right. That's right.
You got any kind words?
Oh, it was
Mr. Tibbs?
It was worth every penny. Every penny. Everything was nice.
Yeah, it was worth every penny.
Because some people see the price. Oh, that's so much.
Oh, no, not
But
at
you
all.
get everything.
Right. That's right.
More than what you can imagine. I mean, yeah, it's just over and above. You all went over and above what anyone would expect. Yeah. It was
And we
really
moved
great.
the whole crowd pretty well. Kept everybody engaged for the most
And we
part.
got
we
the
did.
history. I mean, the tour guides was fabulous. They gave us the history. They had our emotions all over the place. And so, I mean, all we had to do was just sit back, listen, and enjoy, and just...
But imagine coming without a tour guide. You wouldn't know
You'd
nothing.
be lost. Right.
What was
Yes.
that? Say that again?
You'd be lost if you didn't have a tour guide.
Yeah, I try to tell people that.
They
I
know
I
the
could
history,
just
know
go-
everything of what's going on. The best place to go.
Yeah,
You need a tour guide.
yeah, a proper tour guide.
Proper
And we make sure we have proper tour guides.
That's great.
So cool.
Well, thank you so
you guys
much.
for trusting us to.
Yeah.
No, seriously, to trusting us to do this because, a lot of us are a little afraid to come to Africa. For some odd reason, we just a little afraid. Maybe we shouldn't be, but we are.
Yeah.
But we try to take out the mystery, so give you enough confidence to come, and then we deliver, and then boom, there you are.
Definitely did. You all definitely did.
Okay, all right, DC.
Yeah.
Peace.
Hey, I'm William White. I'm here with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. I just want to tell everybody in the States who has an ear to hear, you need to come here. You need to invest in yourself and make your way to South Africa. You're going to see some beautiful and amazing things here. There is nothing that video can tell you that you actually need to come here and put your feet on the ground and see it, feel it, and touch it for yourself. You need to come to South Africa.
How y'all doing, good people? This is Chris Mason from Washington, D.C. and Atlanta. So I just want to say shout out to the Real South Africa because I've been on this trip for over a week now and I still have a few days left and it's been amazing. Joburg, Pretoria, Sandton, I can't even name them all, and I'm headed to Cape Town next. So come here, get a trip, buy a ticket, visit with the Real South Africa because they're the best. And I just want to tell y'all that there's no place comparable. It's the best place in the world to travel, visit, do your business, whatever it is you have to do. And you'll enjoy it. Probably more than me, maybe the same as me. But shout out to the Real South Africa, everybody here, all the locals, all the people have been great. And I'm looking forward to my next visit. So thank you.
Change my hair. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's Chelsea. I'm back in South Africa. Excited to be back here in Joburg. Still exploring the city, seeing art, meeting people. Excited to be here with Latasha and Mark. But it's been a good time. It continues to be a good time. And hope to see you all soon in sunny South Africa.
So should they come? Should they come to South Africa? Should they?
Yes, they should come. Why aren't you already here?
Yeah.
Just come. I don't think there's a reason not to. It's about to be summer. So the weather's good, especially in, the East Coast in the US. Like, escape winter, come this side. Yeah.
That's it.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks.
Are you ready for change? Because if you're not, change is ready for you. Hi guys, I'm Elvine and I am finally in South Africa. And who made that happen? The Real South Africa, of course. When you are traveling, making a big change like, we are right here, you're going to want somebody that is reputable. And I'm telling you right now, the Real South Africa is that. From the beginning to the end to the middle, they have been there for me and they have made this the best experience I've ever had. And so now, change is my friend. So let it be yours too.
This is Andrea Walton, and I just want to say thank you so much to the Real South Africa for coordinating all of our events, excursions. My son, my daughter, and I are in Cape Town this week, and we are from the United States, from the DC area, and I could not be more pleased with the responsiveness, with the support, with making sure that everything, we didn't even have to think of anything. Everything was set up, coordination, communication the whole week. And we just got to be here in this amazing country and relax and enjoy it. And we will be back. I will be back very soon. But thank you to the Real South Africa. And if you have not been and it's on your bucket list, use the Real South Africa and get here. You need to get here.
For just showing all the love that you showed yesterday at my birthday. I didn't think it could get any more special than what it already had been, just touching down. And you guys just really came in and made my birthday even more incredible with the wonderful comments and what have you. And I just want to just thank you. And thank you for welcoming me here to South Africa. And for those, my brothers and sisters back in the States, hey, you know what you need to do. Call Dr. Blanton, Mark, and just get down here. There's nothing else. There's no more videos to watch. There's no more phone calls that need to be made, no more emails. Just do your thing and see for yourself. God bless.
I'm a visitor.
Yeah.
I understand that these are our people and the people of our ancestors, but I'm humble and I'm grateful to be here, and I show them that I'm humble. So anytime I can give them a little tip or tip them a little bit extra, I'll do that. They really appreciate it because the money situation here, the currency is a little bit different than ours.
So you're asking us how we feel. This place is absolutely amazing, okay? Like, I walked in and I said, I don't want to go home. Like, this is beautiful. Once again, the Real South Africa has done it.
All right, guys, Latasha Blanton here, the Real South Africa. I have a wonderful lady here. It's her first time here in South Africa. Please tell them your first name and how you found South Africa since you've been here.
Hi, my name is Christine, and this is my first time. My husband's been a couple of times, but this is my first time here, and
Mr. Unknown.
It has been a wonderful experience. I really love the people, the culture, the food is great, and if you haven't taken the opportunity to visit, I will say you deserve to be here. You should check it out, see for yourself, and hopefully you won't regret it, but I'm pretty sure you won't.
Excellent. Did you want to add anything? I know you said you didn't want to say anything,
I was just going to say ditto.
Okay, that's it.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. If you have any questions, please check us out, therealsouthafrica.com. We're out.
All right, so you said that you were well traveled.
Yes.
Tell me about this well traveled and why is this place supposed to be something special?
Well, I mean, okay. So I was just saying, yes, I'm fortunate that my parents have taken me a lot of places. I've been to Germany, Switzerland, France, Mexico, Canada, St. Thomas. Like, I'm fortunate that I've been to quite a few places, and still nothing excites me the way South Africa does. So,
that's a little teary now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely had to choke that back. But no, I'm emotional at just how at ease I can hear. Wonder what it's gonna expect tonight. I'm very excited at whatever opportunities I can have to make South Africa even greater, or to show the world how great it already is.
You guys have to commit to coming to South Africa. And the only way to do that is through the Real South Africa. Get here. It's mandatory. It's important. You need it. Your spirit and your soul.
All right, guys, this is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa. And guess what? Our visa services is back. We're going to be helping you guys with visas because we all know that it can be problematic to get a visa here in the Republic of South Africa. So what we have done, we partnered with a big company that will assist us, and we've checked them out. We've We recommend that their services are very, very proper. Of course, we go with proper here in the Republic of South Africa, and they can assist you. So if you have questions about, do I qualify for a visa, then that's when we have our consult. You get a consult with these guys. They will literally go through everything with you. And my expectations is for you to ask all the questions that you need to ask so you will know exactly which way to proceed. So they work in every arena of immigrations. So it would definitely help us who are looking to migrate to the Republic of South Africa. And all I can say is first, come on a trip, of course. And once you come on a trip, then you will be motivated to do all the work that needs to happen for you guys to come to South Africa properly. So all I can say is this is a great team. This is a great situation. All I can say is, again, reach out to us at outreach@therealsouthafrica.com. We will respond to you, and then you'll get an email, and then the process has began. Okay, so we will see you guys here properly in sunny South Africa. South Africa is just one click away. And when you check out, we have a financial option to help you make your payments. It's called Affirm. We have partnered with them, and at checkout, make sure you select Affirm as your payment option. Coming to Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town, South Africa just got easier because the Real South Africa has packages that will have you exploring the country just like a professional. So as exciting as it is, as wonderful as it is, all you have to do is reach out on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. This place is absolutely amazing, and we want to see you here in the Republic of South Africa.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.